Welcome back to once again another Worthless Months. I am your host, Gore the Dog Butcher, back again to shine the light on these worthless months, on the dog owner, the dog lover, the dog media, the dog politics, the dog industry, which hides, supports, and promotes information regarding these worthless mutts and or the dog culture that is among us today. This is episode number 42. The number is stamped all over black people, but nevertheless, episode number 42. And the topic is called Common Sense Theory. Yeah, we'll keep it. Common Sense Theory. Not really a theory per se, but meant to erase that, but it's all good. But anyway, we're going to be talking about dog lovers, or this dog culture, and common sense. Mainly regarding children, parents, and the dog. It's when I was a child, again, I always thought, even as a child, the children in my class were just stupid. I always thought they were just so stupid. I'm thinking, when I get older, the adults are going to have common sense. They're going to be smart. They're going to be behaving way better than this. I'm thinking, my generation, when we get older, we're going to be way better than the generation before us. But as I get older, even the adults, even those my age and younger, are still stupid. They still lack common sense. And common sense, man, it's not so common. Being logical is not so logical. You'd think everyone by now would know how to treat others and how to behave. But yet, they don't. Yet, people are struggling. They're lost. They look very bad. And even in this dog culture, a lot of people, dog owners, dog lovers, they really do lack some common sense. They do. They really do lack common sense when it comes to the dog. We could also say, with common sense, it depends place by place, people to people. You're in a gang, it's common sense to be a gangbanger. If you are in a book club, it's common sense to read books. If you're part of a sports team, it's common sense to play the sport. When you're living in this society and you're a parent and you're a human being, it's common sense to take care of one another. It's common sense to look after and protect our own children from danger. But that's not prevalent in this dog culture, because a lot of parents are sticking dogs and or children with dogs, or dogs with children. They're forcing dogs and children together, forcing babies and dogs together, allowing them to coexist together. When many conclusions have ended with bites, attacks, injuries, and death. Deaths of week-old babies, day-old babies, have died because of the parents bringing in these dogs or bringing their children to these dogs. Day-olds, week-olds have died by the jaws of the dog. As mothers, their duty, common sense, the mother's duty or job when taking care of children is to nurture them, feed them, make sure they're emotionally, good. Make sure they're physically good. Make sure they look neat. Look after them. Tender, loving care. The father's job is to, okay, back to the mother for a second. Their mother's supposed to, they're supposed to be protective. They're supposed to, seal their child from any danger. Even if it's about the child learning to do something. And some mothers, even though to her perspective, she may think it's way too dangerous. Even though the child is doing something in a safe manner, she may think it's too dangerous and she'd be fearful for him, wanting to protect him, keep him safe or her safe. The father's job is to be the protector, the provider for his children, his family. Father's job is to protect his daughter and or son from other girls or boys, from strangers. They will not allow any strange woman or any strange girl or any strange guy to be with their daughter. They'll protect, they'll intervene. They'll get the shoddy and blow away this guy. But when it comes to dogs, the same mother and the same father will place their baby, their child, practically into the jaws of these dogs and then just walk away. Then just close their eyes, cover their ears, bury their head in sand, act like everything's okay. And then when it happens, they want to play like they had no common sense whatsoever. Again, this is about parents and mainly about the parents and their children. But with children, again, I know they've been brainwashed, conditioned to like dogs from TV, from their parents. But I give children till maybe they're 16, 17. I'm a little lenient with them. But as soon as they're of age and they're still a dog nut, I don't hold back. These are the same children that grow out of stuff and they grow into new things. They discover new ideas, new tech, new hacks, new games. Some children are able to do so much with technology these days. If they can do so much with technology, with their skills, with whatever, then they can move away and discover and get away from this dog culture. But they choose to remain in it. There's no excuse. From when you're in preschool, not even preschool, infancy, out of the womb, you are learning manners, learning etiquette, behavior from your teacher, from your parents, whoever. So there's no excuse that a child can grow up to be an adult and still have no common sense whatsoever regarding these dogs. There's no excuse. Common sense. What is it? What is common sense? Based on Wikipedia, common sense is sound practical judgment concerning everyday matters or a basic ability to perceive, understand, and judge in a manner that is shared by, i.e. common to nearly all people. Simple as that. Common sense to perceive danger. Common sense to understand the cause and effect of a dog. Common sense to judge and say, hey, this dog looks vicious. I don't want it near my child. All that gets thrown out the window. Morals within common sense. So I've split common sense into three categories. There's the moral sense of common sense, there's group acceptance and social, and there's the learning aspect of common sense. This is something I made up, which pretty much goes hand in hand with common sense and dog nuttery. So morality. So common sense of the dog lover in terms of morals is they will hand over their children to dogs or their dogs to their children. Dog lovers will treat a dog like a child. Dog lovers will neglect their children and make the dog priority. In dog culture, that's what it looks like their morals are. Group acceptance, social. People use dogs to fit in. They use dogs to be social. They use dogs to get a partner. Why people get dogs? Based on the American Kennel Corporation. American Kennel Club. They say three of those three reasons why people get dogs. One of them is dogs make us, as in dog lovers, feel less lonely or alone. Dogs make you more attractive, even virtually. Dogs make us more social. So they make us feel less alone. So you're married, you have children. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. But you're married, you have children, big family in a house, multiple children, relatives, etc., friends. You still get a dog. I'm usually, people who are living with a family or couples, they still get a dog. So this thing of dogs make us feel less alone, it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't. If you're already with someone and need a dog because you're alone, that means either A, you're not doing your job with the person, or the person you're with ain't doing their job either. Or maybe you're just in the wrong relationship or wrong family. I don't know, but to get a dog because you're alone? To feel less alone? Questions have to be asked. They make you feel more attractive. Again, some people, usually men maybe, they will use their dogs to approach other women. Because usually, again, some women, they like dogs. They like those small little worthless mutts. They see it, oh, it's so cute. Can I pet it? Boom, you have a conversation. Yada, yada, yada. That's an easy way of, getting dates. On online dating, a lot of women, they have pictures of their dog as pictures. Either the dog by itself or they take a picture with their dog. I don't know who they're trying to attract. Maybe the fleas, but that's an instant swipe to the left. Dogs makes us more social. Again, they use dogs to break the ice. So if you need a dog to be social, chances are your social skills is not that good. If you need a dog to talk to people, to break the ice, talk about dogs, then you should work on your conversation skills. Maybe not just you, but the other people too. Because people these days they're just boring. They're honestly, people today are boring. They don't know what to talk about. I get it. And their last hope is to use dogs. That's the side we're living in, where people don't know what to talk about, bad social skills. So the last hope, last resort is a dog. So next aspect of common sense is to learn. Again, common sense is about learning. As a child, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Your parents are going to correct you. Your teachers are going to correct you. Your coaches are going to correct you. And little by little, as you grow up, you gain that common sense. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from observing. You learn from experience. Especially from experience. But with the dog lover and common sense, their brains are empty, it seems. They seem empty. They don't learn. Even after dog attack, they don't learn. Even parents who lost their children because of a dog attack, they still don't learn. And I wonder, I haven't looked this up, I wonder, with parents who lost a child because of a dog attack, of the family dog, how are they doing now? Did they get a new dog? Did they get a new pit bull? Did they learn their lesson? I'm wondering that right now. But sometimes once a dog nut, it's always a dog nut, and that leads to brainless fools. So again, in dog culture, what can dogs teach us? What can dogs teach us? Nothing. Dogs can teach us nothing. They teach us nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Some YouTube videos, all you see is their dog just sitting there, doing nothing. Some videos, there's one video I saw, there's a dog sitting in the garden doing nothing, and the lady says, "Oh, the dog helped me with the garden," while the dog sat there doing absolutely nothing, and this person is verbally rewarding or physically rewarding the dog for doing absolutely nothing. She's acting like a dog did something, saying the dog did something, when in fact the dog sat there doing absolutely nothing. What can we learn from dogs? Nothing. Dog as a school teacher. Can dogs teach you how to write? Can dogs teach you to speak English? Can dogs teach you how to paint? Would you use a dog as a tutor? Let's say you're struggling in math or English. Would you go to a dog for tutor help, to help you in your studies? And kind of going back to, can a dog teach you to speak English? Let's say you're new to a country. Would you go to a dog and ask them, hey dog, can you teach me how to speak this certain language? Would you as a person attend a dog's training school? Like you individually, would you go to a dog's training school? Questions to think about. Dog skills. Teach skills. What skills can a dog teach? Can a dog teach you how to eat with manners? Like with a spoon and fork and knives, bowl, plates? Can a dog teach you how to brush your teeth? Or how to bathe? You used to call taking baths bathe. Did you bathe? Can dogs teach you how to play a sport? Like, let's say basketball or ultimate frisbee, golf. Common sense says no. But some people in dog culture will say dogs are better than people. If dogs are better than people, they should be able to do all these things. If dogs are better than people, they should be able to do all these things. Dogs are better than people. They should be able to help you use a new phone. Can dogs teach you how to operate a smart TV? Again, I don't watch TV. And if I do watch TV, all I need is the basics. Up and down, volume, go back to channel, turn off, mute, and I'm good. TV guide, and I'm good. That's it. But today's remote controls for these TVs are man, it's like the Star Trek Enterprise. There's just so much function, so much things that I don't care about. And it's so hard to use sometimes, getting used to it. Like, again, I don't watch TV. And to control the TV, it's so difficult now. There's so much buttons, so much functions. So can a dog teach you how to operate a smart TV? Can a dog teach you how to access a work or school portal? Like, let's say you have to hand in an assignment onto your school portal, or you have to check your pay slips online for work. Can a dog teach you how to do these things? Can a dog even type on a computer? Can a dog help fix internet issues? Common sense says no way. So again, what do dogs actually do? They do nothing. Dogs do nothing. Like, they literally, like, they do nothing. They don't do anything. They don't, like, literally. Dogs do not do anything. But you're going to have people, even though the dog did absolutely nothing, some of these dog owners are going to reward and say that and praise the dog for doing something it didn't even do. Dog sits in the garden. Oh, the dog helped out in the garden. Dog sits in the kitchen. Oh, the dog helped in the kitchen. Can dogs hunt? What do you think? Can dogs hunt? From what I know, it's these owners that are going out and buying food for the dog to eat. Dogs cannot hunt. Even as strays, even as domestic, even as shelter, dogs are horrible hunters, horrible survivors. They're incapable of feeding themselves in the wild. Now you're probably saying, hey, what about cats? Cats, there are cat food there too. People feed, go out there and feed cats food from the store. Yeah, they do. But naturally speaking, cats are still able and capable of hunting for their food or at prey. There's a short video of cats hunting.
Plan doesn't differ much, except for size. And neither do their hunting behaviors. Yes, it is true, domestic cats don't need to hunt to survive, but that doesn't mean they couldn't if they had to. The development of physiological hunting requirements begin at a very young age. At about 2 weeks of age, locomotion and sensory development begin, both of that the two most important senses when cats hunt are acoustic and visual cues. At the start of the hunt, a cat mainly uses its ears to listen for potential prey. Cats have incredible acoustic discrimination and are able to hear sounds that are much higher than humans or even dogs. Practice hunters are able to locate prey at close range by sound alone. Of course, visual cues are also very important. Following the detection of prey by sound, the cat looks for movement. It takes an experienced cat to recognize and capture immobile prey. The development of hunting behaviors also begin at a very young age. These behaviors are partially instinctual. However, the majority are learned from their mothers. Commencing at the 4th week of life, mothers will bring back dead prey and eat it in front of their kittens. Caro noted that the direct exposure to prey during a kitten's development resulted in an increased killing rate as adults. Kittens progress from exposure to dead prey to living prey. This allows kittens to learn how prey moves and behaves, over time honing their skills and eventually enabling them to hunt and survive alone. In order to catch prey, one must find prey. Cats will either wait and ambush their prey, or actively seek it out. Once the prey is found, the cat must ensure it is properly oriented. Cats are always inhibited to some degree with face-to-face orientation, so they will readjust their position in order to attack from the side or the rear. Usually, a cat's predatory attack is accompanied by some sort of defensive behavior, the degree of which depends upon the cat's confidence. The attack consists of a relatively stereotyped sequence of actions. Cats use a swipe, which displaces their prey horizontally to test their prey's response. If the prey remains relatively stationary, it is bitten. A more defensive response typically results if the prey continues to move. The cat will pin the prey, then proceed to bite it. The bite is firm and aimed at the neck region of their prey. Timid hunters will repeatedly approach their prey, initiate tentative contact, then withdraw. This behavior is often misconstrued as play. Whether a cat is wild or domestic, its mother has provided it with both the genetic requirements and skills to be an excellent hunter.
There you have it. Hope I don't get copyrighted for that, but again, even though people do feed cats from the store, cat food, cats still have the, let's say, the mechanics to go out in the wild and still hunt for food. On the other hand, with dogs, they can't. They can't. Dogs can't without human intervention. And don't say hunting dog. That's what I mean. These hunting dogs would be nothing without the human. Sheep herders would be nothing without the human. They would not be. Again, dogs do nothing. Nothing. Can dogs look after themselves? Hell no. Hell no. Dogs are dependent on dog lovers. Dogs are dependent on dog lovers for food. Dogs are dirty. They're full of diseases, bacteria, and worms. They are not survivors. What is again, and tell me please, what is a Chihuahua's natural habitat? Let me know so I can go there right now and observe a Chihuahua or any other domesticated dog in their natural habitat. And I'm talking about inside a cage or inside a storage or in a house. I'm talking about in the wild. If these dogs are so real, they're real animals, you should be able to find them in the wild, taking care of themselves, take care of their young. So tell me, where the heck can I find a Chihuahua out in the wild in their natural habitat? Do dogs assist in the environment and nature? Sometimes I have observed worms, birds, bees, flies, ants, and even plants, and how they're always working, always doing something for the environment, always being productive. Particularly birds, and I'll say birds, they're always working. These small birds are always working and doing something. Always taking care of their young. Always finding food. Always building a nest. Always. And these birds have no time for people. You take 2 steps towards them, they fly away. All these birds do is work, and do something. Survive and work. These worms are also working with the soil, with gardens, with your compost. They also feed the birds. So again, they're productive. Bees are productive towards the garden, towards the plants. Honey, flies, even the flies and the maggots are more productive than the dog. Because these flies and maggots help decompose organic material. Without them, there would be a lot of things still all around us. So they do play a part in the environment. Lions help with balance of prey animals. You can't have too much prey animals. Beavers, that's another tricky one, but again, they are productive too. They work. Beavers work. They're always building a dam. They're always doing something, finding food, helping with their young. They live good alone. Ants, oh man, ants are one of the hardest working creatures on the face of this earth. Ants and bees, all they do is work. They don't ask questions, they just work. But as for the dog, they do absolutely nothing. They do nothing for the environment. Again, their defecations are destructive to the environment. Dogs contribute nothing to the environment. And dogs are gluttony. That means they eat a lot. They're greedy. If you put a dog in, let's say in the wild, and let's say a fenced up wild, maybe say 5 miles, a 5-mile radius fenced up yard, and there's sheep and goats in there, guarantee you the dog would eat and attack and kill every single one of them one time. Again, dogs are worthless. Even dogs themselves lack common sense. Let's look at the stats. Again, this is where common sense again should be highlighted the most. Most dog bites and fatalities occur by the family dog. This is a worldwide thing. The family dog. You think the family dog would know better than to attack a family member, to attack an owner, or to attack a child. Why is this relevant though? The family dog. So I'm guessing again, even the dog doesn't have no common sense. Let alone these dog owners. 51% of dog bite victims are children, and again, it's usually children in the home of a familiar dog, either a relative or family dog, maybe even friend's dog. Highest between the ages of 5 and 9, so the ages between 5 and 9 are the most attacked by dogs. The vast majority of biting dog 77% belong to the victim's family or friend, like I just said. 80% of the dog bites happen at home, which is why we are discussing this. %80 of dog bites happen at home. After reading all this, you'd think, oh, maybe I should, keep my children away from dogs. But no. They want to push more children onto dogs, push more dogs onto children. Pit bulls are the #1 canine killers of children, killing more than half of the children killed by a dog. And look what we have here. Children playing with fire. As of 2021, pit bulls have killed over 249 American children. Let's see. Uh-oh, no! Stop. I did that. It was a rookie mistake. But here we have that was a rookie mistake. Here we have a list of recent to the oldest pit bull attacks, and the most recent on this list is from February 2022. It was a 4-year-old. And if you looked at all these victims and you did your research, practically all of them were killed by the family dog. Just like that. Doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the place. These pit bulls will kill. It's unfortunate. And that's due to, again, the lack of common sense. You shouldn't mix a worthless mutt like a pit bull, particularly, with your children. If you had the common sense, the brains to keep your children safe, the brains just to be a person, you would not allow your children to mingle with dogs, and most particularly pit bulls. After so many, I mean, there is personal experience, and there is, experiencing things from other people. You'd think, with the common sense we have and the facts that we have, that these pit bull nuts, particularly the pit bull nut, would keep their children and even their pit bull away from each other. If you have a pit bull first, don't have kids. Don't allow a child to live amongst a pit bull. If you have a child or a baby, don't bring a pit bull into the house. It is common sense. There are too many attacks known, too many incidents and facts that we shouldn't be making these mistakes. Not even we, dog owners, should not be making these mistakes. Putting a pit bull and a child together. Should not happen. Would you allow your child to play with fire? The most common sense answer should be no. No. Ask these questions to yourself. After the stated facts, why are dogs still given access to attack children? Would you let your young child play with the live wasp nest? Would you let your young child drive and steal an automobile? Do you let your child play with fire? Common sense tells me parents, adults, caregivers would keep any child safe by keeping them away from things that can cause injury or fatality. Safety spam. What this means, usually when you start a new job, all you go through again is safety, 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 safety. They repeat safety, safety. You watch safety videos, read safety policies. I'll talk about safety equipment, safety, 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 over again. It's all about safety again and again. Safety, safety again, safety again and again. This whole pandemic, safety. You go to school, teacher talks about safety. But when it comes to dogs, it's like the safety just blurs out. Safety doesn't exist when it comes to dogs and children. You go to work, you have your PPE on, you're obeying the safety protocols, and you're following safety orders. If you do something unsafe, you get in trouble, you get written up. But when it comes to your home and dogs and your children, it's like safety doesn't matter anymore. It's like people have to be paid to be safe. It's like these dog owners need to be paid in order to keep their children safe away from dogs. It's ridiculous. This should be common sense, guys. Attributes. Traits of common sense. Is this something, again, I've gathered from the internet, as well as sort of put my own little, opinions to it. Or I guess my own point of view to it, probably the best word to use. So traits of common sense. Again, they say they accept failure, which is right. I mean, you're going to make mistakes. Mistakes are going to happen. Mistakes like leaving the stove on at night. Mistakes like not locking the door. Mistakes like maybe not checking your blind spot. Those are like mistakes. And accept them. Learn from it. You know, you're gonna get slapped on the wrist. You're gonna have to pay a fine. But learn from your mistakes. They're loyal. Again, it's not just about keeping promises, but being loyal to the set of rules, being loyal to thinking, being loyal to intellect. They're not afraid to say no. This is another thing. Even when it comes to dogs and a child says no to a dog, what do you think is going to happen? That person is going to force the child to pet and touch the dog. How dare you say no to pet the dog? That's how some of the dog owners would behave. If someone doesn't want to pet their dog or doesn't like the dog, they get upset. The dog owner gets angry. They get vexed that this child does not want to put his hands on a dog. Common sense is, hey, this dog looks vicious. I don't know this dog. I don't care for this dog. Dogs are nasty. By choice, I do not want to touch this dog. They've got willpower. Again, common sense is about willpower. Having the will to say no. having the will to make choices, the will to be smart, the will not to offend people, not to hurt people, not to shove a dog in someone's face. That is willpower. And a lot of dog owners, they don't have this. They want to rush and shove dogs into people's faces. Non-stop. Not just that, but also in the media. Want to shove dogs down people's eyes, down their throat. Whether they love dogs or not, they want to jam their dog nuttery into people's lives. Whether they care or not about dogs, they want to force it down people. How about this? They sense danger. We're going to touch base on that because that is a good one. Again, common sense is about a lot of things, but also about being able to sense danger. Ways you can sense danger are you be alert. When it comes to dogs, be aware where dogs are. Listen, hear. If there's a dog in the area or a park loose, be alert, walk away, find a safe location. Use your senses. Again, you can hear a dog. You can see a dog. Maybe you could even smell a dog. Use your intuition. If you see someone maybe with a leash dog coming towards you, the best bet is to walk somewhere else, walk the other way, walk far away from this person. If you're on a sidewalk and a pit bull's coming on another direction, you're going the same direction, best bet is to walk the other way, walk another corner, go inside a store, wait for the dog to pass, or cross the street to another safe location. Just by looking at a pit bull, you got to think, oh, this is dangerous. Looking at a dog owner, you got to think, this guy is nuts. You go to a park, you see a loose dog, let's not go there. You see one dog in the park, let's not go there. You notice abnormalities. This probably means, again, you know something's off. Something's not right. Like, something's not right. Like, you're like, if you're in the presence of a dog and you're getting nervous, you're getting anxious, you feel this bad negative vibration, you might want to just leave. Makes no sense to go to a place knowing there are dogs there and you're going to feel uncomfortable for the whole thing. Don't do it. You don't have to. Avoid angry scenes and ugly crowds. Again, avoid dog nutter groups. Unless you're there for learning, for content, to expose these dog nuts. Otherwise, stay away from dog groups. Just stay away. Stay away for your well-being, for your emotions, for your physical, for your vision. Just stay away, because a lot of these dog groups are full of stupid, disgusting people. Mentally ill people. And if you're seen hanging out with a group that's, let's say, dog nuts, chances are you're going to be seen like a dog nut. You're going to be doing things like a dog nut. You're going to be endangering yourself and others as a dog nut. Keep together. I would say, in terms of dog culture, you might want to stay apart. They say, I'm sure you have seen videos of lions hunting in the wild. They never attack the leaders of the herd. They attack the stragglers. Human predators follow the same strategy. They target people who are on their own. Make sure to keep up when moving across town with another person or a group. Don't fall behind and don't get separated. This is maybe. Again, it could be like following a dog group. If you follow a dog group, they may lead you to dog nuttery. Sometimes it's best just to be an island and just stand alone, rather than be, with a group of dog nuts. It's not worth it. You got to show confidence. You got to look big. Not just look big. You got to be big. You got to be confident in this dog culture. Because if you allow these dog nuts to abuse you, take advantage of you, talk over you, treat you like, like a dog or worse, then they're going to run over you. You give a dog nut an inch, give a dog an inch. They'll take a mile. They'll go around the world, circle figure eights around you. I'm telling you. Gotta be confident around these dog nuts. Who cares? I mean, again, if you hate dogs, let them know. I hate dogs. What are they going to do? What is a dog nut going to do after you say you hate dogs? The most they can do is show you that they are a dog nut. The most they're going to do is either get mad, get triggered, sick their dog on you, force their dog on you. And this only prove and look bad against them. And chances are, if they sick their dog on you, force their dog on you, hey, that's a lawsuit. You can sue them for assault. You can get the dog killed. So these dog nuts, they better know their role. And treat people well. Again, yes, you can treat people well. You can still be respectful to dog nutters. You still can. But some dog nuts are just rude people. But hey, treat people well though. Treat them well, let these dog nuts show their true colors. If you really hate dogs, don't be like, I hate dogs to them. I hate your dog and shout across, I hate your dog. I'm going to kill your dog. Don't do that. Unless they're causing trouble with their dog against you. Then I can say, hey, since they don't know their role, they want to start crap, let it out. Let these dog nuts, I say, let these dog nuts make the first move. Let them. Play it smart. You gotta play it smart. Don't allow these dog nuts to have the advantage. Because at the end of the day, they will always have the disadvantage. The person with the dog has the disadvantage. These people need a dirty, worthless mutt, mind you. They need a dirty, worthless mutt to feel less alone. That's how bad they are. So don't allow these mentally ill, these deranged, insecure, dog nuts have it over you. Stand your ground against these dog nuts. Etiquette, another feature or trait with common sense. And these things are things that either you learn on your own, learn from experience, or they're taught. Etiquette is a set of conventional rules of personal behavior in polite society, usually in the form of ethical code that delineates the expected and accepted social behaviors that accord with the conventions and norms observed by a society, a social class, or a social group. This is from Wikipedia. Dog owners will force their dog on people. They will force their own children onto a dog or vice versa, or dog onto their children. These dog owners have no etiquette. They will have their dog off leash in public, either on the sidewalk or at a park, or even in the neighborhood. Lack of understanding. Number 3, dogs in hospitals and schools. So now there's this big push of Therapy dogs in schools and hospitals. Lack of understanding. For example, you're scared of dogs, you don't care for dogs, you just have a personal preference of not being near dogs. They don't understand that. They don't hear that. You say, hey, I'm scared of dogs. They either laugh at you or, again, they will force their dog on you. Dog nuts can't hear, hey, I don't like your dog. They think their dog is high and mighty and perfect. That everyone's going to like their dog. And this is what they usually say. My dog doesn't bite. And I ask, how does your dog eat then? All dogs bite. If dogs eat, then that means a dog has to bite. Unless they have no teeth and have to drink from a straw, which doesn't make any sense. But again, all dogs bite. If all dogs don't bite, again, how would they eat if they can't bite? Video pictures of babies and dogs. You know those pictures where the baby and the dog or the pit bull are alone with the child or the baby. Some people, or like the police or just gang members or people in general, they use dogs as weapons. They mock others who have a fear of dogs. So if you're scared of dogs, some people may make fun of you because of that. I mean, you can be scared of spiders and heights. You can be afraid of, the monster in the closet. But you dare say you have a fear of dogs, they will mock you for that. The media, promoting dogs while ignoring the facts about them. Usually after an attack, the media will come on, say they're blah, blah, blah. They will promote the dog while ignoring the countless victims like these that were slain and killed by the family dog. Cloudy minds. Dog owners will avoid others who don't like dogs. Let's say you're a friend of someone who has a dog, for 1 second you say, hey, I don't like dogs. They'll avoid you. They'll stop talking to you. Me personally, I'd be like, I don't care. I wouldn't care. 2, ignore others who don't like dogs. I mean, you tell someone, hey, I'm not comfortable with the dog. They ignore it and they'll let their dog remain in sight. You're at, let's say, a park, family outing at a park, and they have a loose dog. Hey, I'm not coming with your dog running around here. Can you leash him up somewhere? The guy will say yes, but 1 second later, 2 seconds later, the dog is still unleashed. Pretends everyone likes dogs. Some dog nuts actually think everyone likes dogs. Can you believe that? With over billions of people, past and present, they actually thought and actually think that everyone likes dogs. They don't think that someone doesn't like a dog. They think that everyone, literally everyone, likes a dog. And when you tell them you don't like dogs, again, it goes back to number 2 and even 1, they will avoid you and just ignore you. Even though you told them, hey, I hate dogs, they will ignore you, avoid you, and still think everyone likes dogs. Cognitive dissonance. Again, they get triggered when someone states the truth about dogs. Example, telling them about dog attacks, i.e. pit bulls, telling them about dog diseases, and even in general about dog nuts. Hypocrite attack. Hypocrites. Dog owners can harm other animals for sport, like horses, cows, bulls, goats. If you harm a dog or defend yourself against a dog, those same dog owners will attack you for defending yourself against a dog. As in hitting the dog, shooting the dog. Cloudy mind. That's why it's called cloudy minds. The dog owner. The dog owner, from my observation, dog owners are dangerous and reckless. They're selfish and dog-centered. Everything is about them and the dog. They don't care about little 4-year-old or 2-year-old or 1-day-old. They don't care. It's all about them and the dog. Dog owners are disgusting and unsanitary. These people will allow a dog to live in their house. A house that is meant or supposed to be clean, a clean sanctuary. They allow a dog on their bed, eat from the dog, allow a dog to eat from their plate, touch a dog, kiss a dog, make love to a dog. After 2-3 years of this super real pandemic, they will continue and have continued to grope and make contact with dogs, knowing that dogs carry the most diseases out of anything in this universe. Dog owners are empathic, sorry, I can never pronounce this word. Empathic to ugly and annoying dogs. Some dog owners, they do have ugly dogs and annoying dogs. These owners will go out and buy these ugly dogs. And even annoying dogs. And live with the ugly. And live with the annoying dog. Good gosh. Dog owners are rude people. Many examples of this. Hey, your dog is barking. Could you put your dog inside so we don't have to hear the barking all night? Dog owner will be like, nope. Their dog goes on your lawn, makes a crap, they don't clean up. Their dog vandalizes something on your property, they don't fix it or help fix it. They just rude dog owners. Dog owners are closed-minded. It kind of goes with number 2. They're so dog-centered. Not just dog-centered, but as a person, they are just closed-minded. If you tell them anything or have an opinion on something, they'll shut you down. They have poor social skills. Again, they use these dogs they use or have dogs because, again, they have poor social skills. Dog owners are dependent. They're somewhat lazy and abusers of dogs. What does that... so abusers mean, like some people... Okay, this is what I mean. So some people get therapy dogs for the fun of it. There's some that may actually need therapy dogs or service dogs. And there's others that make up nonsense so they can carry their dog everywhere and anywhere they go. Again, dependent. Again, some dog owners are just they're unable to help themselves. They can't help themselves, so they think a dog is a solution to their lackluster I don't know the word for it, their lackluster life. And they become lazy and they think a dog is going to be the savior of everything. But that's never the case. The dog is just an illusion, a delusion. The dog is a prop that, again, does absolutely nothing. Reddit says... I'm not going to read everything, but I search Reddit, why are dog owners rude? You can see just by these headings, why are some dog owners viciously rude? Why are dog owners so rude and inconsiderate? Um, People assume everyone loves dogs and are kind of rude. What do other dog owners say to you that really annoys you? Rude, self-righteous dog owners get on my nerves. Dog lovers tend to be the most arrogant and condensing. You know the word. Dog owners, this is why we're fed up with dog culture. Do you find that dog people are often rude? Do you mind if I... No. Do you mind if I pet your dog? Let's see what this is saying. I hate selfish and rude dog owners. Why are breeders so rude? Rude dog owners in the park. Was I being a disrespectful dog owner? Chances are yes. When did this is the dog subreddit. When did this subreddit become so toxic and rude? I mean, they're dog nuts. What do you expect? Are there that many bad dog owners around? Dog owner culture here can sometimes feel obnoxious at best. Are bad dog owners the norm? Rude dog owners. Neighbor applauded for making dog owner deal with loud, noise. Dogs don't like it when you're rude and unhelpful. So there you have it. A lot of articles about rude dog owners. A lot of them. What's what this is about? Dog owners, do you mind if I pet? Dog owners, do you mind if I pet your dog? It's nice out here, so I like to work in the park. They're often adorable dogs out for walk that come up to me and seem very friendly, and I want to pet them. No matter how much I smile and look thrilled to have contact with the animal, the owners are always super apologetic and tell the dog to leave me alone. I miss my dog tons, and I would love to I would love to what? And would love to every now and then just pet a dog. How do I go about this? This is nuts. This is dog nuts. So this is this dog nuts. So this person, kind of off topic, but this person is desperately wants to pet a dog, but some people say no. Again, that's another topic for another day. So, oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Dog nuts are just the worst. Final thoughts. So on the American Kennel Club, look at this ugly thing. Does this look right? Where am I? Debunking children benefits with dogs. They say they have higher self-esteem. They say taking care of a worthless mutt builds self-esteem. I suggest have a hobby. Learning starts at home. Children need strong, loving, smart homes and should be encouraged to try new things. They say children with dogs become more compassionate. They say children taking care of a worthless mutt makes them care about people. I suggest don't be a brat. It should be common sense to treat others with respect, whether you're a school ager or not. They feel supported. They have several researchers found that children often name their pet when asked who they would go to with a problem. Pets can make people feel unconfidentially accepted, whereas fellow humans will judge and may criticize, the report continues. I suggest, where are the parents? Parents and or siblings should be supporting a child. Dogs don't care about your problems. They don't. As in, they don't care. They don't hear your problems. They don't care about it. They don't care what you do, what you say. All they want is food. And here we have it on another Dog Nuttery website. They're telling us that dogs are better listeners. They're better to talk to than people because people will criticize. So let's say you're doing something that's really stupid. And you come to me and I tell you, hey, what you're doing is absolutely wrong. You shouldn't do it. It's unhealthy, etc., etc. You're going to feel offended. So what are you going to do? You're going to talk to a dog? Because they're not going to criticize? Again, do dogs talk? Do dogs talk English? Do dogs give advice? This is what I mean. Common sense, people. This is not common sense. This is not common sense. What this is reckless. Mentally ill problem. This is a big problem here. Because you're afraid to be judged and criticized. Again, this is why truth and being honest are censored. You cannot use your words to be honest to someone because they might get offended. So offended that they rather talk to a dog about their problems than a person. Because I'm afraid they're going to be honest. This is why a lot of people are soft ass pussies, man. Because they can't take a few words. They can't be criticized. Can't be judged. You're always being judged, dum-dum. And you're gonna talk to a dog? Have a dog support you? Does that make sense? Does this have any common sense whatsoever? Man, dog nutters just make me so mad. And then dog nuts reading this are going to accept it as fact. Where's the common sense here, people? Dog owners, where are your common sense? If you have it, then use it. But you want to come to these websites and have them condition you about your bullshit problems that could easily be solved. But you think getting a dog and talking to a dog for advice is the way to go. Look at this one. They have better cognitive skills. They say talking to pets improve cognitive development. I say, man, dog owners were... I say if dog owners were responsible for their children getting killed by the family dog, that does not seem smart to me. So if dog owners are responsible for getting their own children killed by the family dog, then that does not seem This dog, this dog helping with your mental does not seem like a very smart thing to me. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Here you have grown-ups that pretty much allow the dog to kill their children. And they're going to go turn around and say, hey, talking to your dogs, it means dogs, improves your cognitive development. But dog nutters look like dumbasses. They look like purebred dumbasses. There's nothing smart about them. They don't look like they have any common sense. Maybe this is why. Because they talk to their pets. And have, instead of developing any mental, what they have developed is stupidity. Maybe the dog is the reason why they're so stupid. Maybe. But they will ignore this and think it's not the dog, when in fact it actually is the dog. They have less stress. They say touching a dog helps cope with stress. I say find a hobby, a club, write, play music. They're happier. They say, dogs make them happy. I suggest get a stuffed animal or find a hobby. You're going to sit and rub on a dog and say that's making you happy? Can you rub on a dog for 24 hours? So every time you're sad, you're going to rub on a dog. This is what I mean by lazy. This is lazy. If you ain't happy, you got to do something about it. If you think sitting around rubbing on some dog is a solution, then again, it goes back to number 4. You're stupid. Why you gotta be so stupid? Why can't you dog nuts think and be independent and do something? Be secure. Work for what you want. But instead you want to rub on a dog because you're sad. Because you're stressed. And look what they say. Dogs make them healthier. I say dogs are the most disgusting, disease-infested things in this universe. This contradicts healthier. Let's not forget they are known child attackers. So how can something be so healthy, yet are known to turn and attack children for no reason whatsoever? And everybody say, what about fire? What about water? Children drown. Children get burned. Hey, dum-dum. We need water. We need fire in order to live. We need these things. And again, it's all about supervision and teaching your child and about safety and all these things when it comes to fire and water. We need those things. We do not need a dog. No one needs a dog. Dogs don't belong in the home. This goes back to healthy. If dogs are infested with diseases and they're nasty, why are they in the home? How does that make you any healthier? Most people that are sick are likely dog nuts. They're sick because of their dog. I was watching a video years ago. Some guy said he had worms in him. He said he had worms. My first guess, hey, maybe you're a dog nut. Next thing you know, he mentioned he has a dog. This kid I know, always sick. Guess what? He has a dog. Maybe it's the nasty dog that you have in your home that is making you sick. And it's unbelievable. Some people are unable to grasp it. Unable to think, hey, maybe it's this nasty dog that's making me sick. This is how we're living, people. This is how we're living, ladies and gentlemen. Where the dog is incapable of any wrong whatsoever. where being honest and showing the facts offends people. Where was it? Number 3. And it says, whereas fellow humans will judge and may criticize. And you let them know that maybe your dog is the one making you sick. They don't want to hear that. Instead, what they want you to do is talk to your dog about it. But does the dog answer back? Nope. This is only leading people to be way more dumb. The last one, they say they're more responsible. And I say they're more safer, productive, even fun ways to teach responsibility to a child than to have them mingle with a worthless mutt. I cannot spell today. Spelled responsible wrong twice. Now the dog nuts are going to have me for that. This guy cannot spell a word. Well, I'll let you dog nuts have that one over me. But nevertheless, they think having a worthless mutt in the home is the best way to teach responsibility to a child. It is not. It is not. I get it. Maybe this child wants to be a vet, some person that works with animals, to help sick real animals. I get it. Hey, there are better ways, again, to teach responsibility. There are better ways to learn to help animals. And again, dogs are not real animals. Dogs are abomination. Dogs are worthless mutts. You want to teach responsibility to a child? Get him a job around the house, maybe in the community. There are a lot of ways to teach a child to be responsible. So much ways. And this dog thing is not the way to do it. It ends here. Again, hope you learned something and enjoyed this other show about common sense of the dog owner, the dog lover. And in conclusion, dog owners, even this dog industry, they don't have any common sense whatsoever. If they had common sense, they would be telling everyone, keep dogs away from children. But they don't do that. They promote it and push it even more. Even after a dog kills another child, they push it more and more and more. The same dog culture that says, hey, never keep children alone with dogs, they will probably promote a cute picture of a baby and the dog. Next thing you know, some other dog attacks a baby, and then they come out of the woodshed and say, hey, never keep babies alone with dogs. They try to play 2 sides or 3 sides of this thing, so they can never be wrong. It doesn't work on me. I know they're bullshit. I know these dog nuts. I know what they're up to. Unless you're some kind of fool, then you'll be easily manipulated by this dog industry and by the dog media, and that then will turn you into a dog nut, a dog nutter. That will then allow me to see, hey, this person does not have any common sense whatsoever. None. If you look back in history, there was no dog, there was none to barely any dog nuttery. All this dog culture crap is very new. So it can't be common sense. It's very new. Back in the day, people knew the roles of the dog. But today it's very twisted. Very twisted and entangled. Distorted. And it's unfortunate. that we are not we, I shouldn't say we, but dog nutters are in the state that they're in today. They're practically offering up their children to these dogs. They are unable to use their common sense, unable to sense danger, unable to protect their children, to teach their children. And who do they have teaching their children? Dogs. They have dogs. Okay, dog nuts teaching their children. They have TV shows of dogs teaching their children. Some of these parents have never ever taught their child anything. And what they know, again, whatever you put into a child is what comes out. You put in dog nuttery into a child, all what's going to come out is dog nuttery. It is so common sense. And I didn't even always know about this common sense. But I knew, hey, whatever, I believe in how, however you treat others is how, they're going to treat you. When I was in school, that's when I knew or figured out, it took a while. I won't lie, it took me a while to realize and to learn that whatever happens in the home is going to show out in public. So if you push and force dog nuttery into a child at home, that dog nuttery is going to show in public. So these parents are leading their children, leading society down a horrible, unpleasant path. Man, it's sad. It is by far sad that people don't want to use their common sense anymore. Or if they even had any. They don't want to use common sense. They rather continue to harm themselves and put their children in danger. Again, if you call them out on their crap, they would rather run and talk to a dog. And that's why they get, again, that's true, that's why they get dogs. Because they are afraid of the truth. They are afraid of opinions that go against their way of living. They fear different opinions. They fear being wrong. So how can they avoid it? They get a dog. The dog doesn't talk back. They feed the dog stays with them. They think, hey, I'm secure because I have this worthless mutt by my side. I'm not going to talk to you about anything because, hey, I'm a little snowflake. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm not going to talk to you. If I need to talk, I'm going to talk to my dog right here. That's how they are. It is unfortunate. It is. I'm going to end it there. My voice has been dry the whole time. So I'm going to end it there. Not as long. Oh, how long has it been long? 1 hour. I didn't think it would be this long. But anyways. I'm going to end it there. Mouth is dry. Thank you for joining me once again, on another Worthless Mutts. And again, remember, it is okay to hate dogs. Thank you for joining me.